We finally have a release date for patch 10.2. For a while now, you guys have been asking me what I'm going to main for season 3 and what are my plans and goals. I've mentioned for a while now that when we get a release date for patch 10.2, I'll make a video and I'll go over absolutely everything for season 3. And here it is. So in this video, we're going to talk about all of the content coming in patch 10.2, and we're going to talk about my plans and my goals. So on November the 7th for NA and the 8th for EU, we get patch 10.0. And with that comes a new zone, which you can't see because of the camera. And that is the Emerald Dream. And it looks absolutely incredible. Like the colors, it's just, for me at least, it looks absolutely amazing. Along with this, we get a new faction and rewards, dragon riding updates, character customizations, and a new public event. The following week, November the 14th for NA and 15th for EU, we get the release of the new raid, the new season, we get new class tier sets, and well, some PvP stuff that I don't really care about. And of course, let's not forget that we get the new legendary for paladins, warriors, and death knights. Of course, when the season begins, we get the new raid, Amirdrasil. I probably butchered that name. That's 9 bosses in total, and we'll touch on that in just a second. And the biggest thing for me at least is the new dungeon rotation. The dungeons included, well, you should probably all know by now, but the new mega dungeon, Dawn of the Infinites, has been split in 2. So we have both halves of those to cover. We have from Legion, Darkheart Thicket, and Blackrook Hold. Returning from BFA, we have Waycrest Manor and a Taldazar. Making its first appearance in the Mythic Plus theme, we have Everbloom from Warlords of Draenor. And then I think the one that everyone fears the most, Throne of the Tides from Cataclysm. This one kind of gives me those Vortex Pinnacle vibes in the fact that it just wasn't built for Mythic Plus. Like, I've done very minimal testing because of my connection issues, and I'm really not looking forward to this one, I'll be honest. But who knows, I've been pleasantly surprised by a couple of dungeons over the last couple of months, and well, we'll see how this one goes. So in terms of the raid content available from week 1, you can jump straight into either normal, heroic, or mythic, but you can also do LFR Wing 1. So there's been some changes to how we're going to access LFR. The first wing will be available, as I mentioned, week 1. The following week, so week 2 of season 3, we're going to get the second wing. On the third week, we'll get wing 3, and 2 weeks after that, we will get the fourth and final wing. Now, this obviously comes with a bunch of achievements and stuff. I'm not going to cover those today, but I thought I'd just quickly show some of the armor sets, just in case some of you guys haven't seen them before. So in order, we have the Death Knight, we've got the Monk, the Druid, and the Hunter. Scroll down a little bit here. We have the Evoker, the Paladin, and the Warrior. And then we have the Rogue, Mage, and Priest. And then lastly, we have the Warlock, Shaman, and Demon Hunter. All right, so a bunch of you guys have been asking me all of my plans, my goals for Season 3, what my main's going to be, what my ult's going to be. Have I got any other challenges lined up? So I just thought I'd take this time and answer those questions, basically. And we're going to start off with stuff in game. So I do have some goals and some plans. I will be playing the Havoc Demon Hunter. We've got the rework, and I mean, with how reworks have been in recent history, at least with the God comp, let's say, it's fair to say that Demon Hunter overall is going to be in a very, very good spot. Now, there's obviously a chance that Havoc Demon Hunter isn't considered maybe S or God tier after the rework. It's all very, very possible. And that's where I will be looking at an alt character like perhaps the Ret Paladin. The Ret Paladin's on my radar. Obviously, we get the Legendary, which I'm super excited for. And if I'm simply not enjoying the rework, because I'm really not enjoying the way momentum is on live servers today, then I'll simply just move over to something like the Ret Paladin. But I will be taking a close look at the meta. I am going to look to play something that will benefit the team, but I will be starting off with the Havoc Demon Hunter. Now, I need to give the Havoc Demon Hunter some time. I can't just switch after a couple of weeks. Obviously, we've got the community raid in place. My Havoc Demon Hunter is locked in. It would be pretty unfair for me to join for a couple of raids, potentially get some loot, and then switch character. We're not allowing any of that. So, but if, say, maybe 8 to 10 weeks down the line, I still haven't managed to find a suitable build that I enjoy for the Havoc, then I'm probably going to play the Paladin. In terms of my goals, I want to push a little bit further. 3k at minimum. I want to go further than I did for season 2. This is going to be my second season pushing score, so I've got to do better, right? But as well as that, I also want to tank all 20s and I want to heal all 20s. And if the Demon Hunter, or maybe not even the Paladin at that point, isn't feeling it, you know, I'm not feeling like Holy or Prot or Vengeance, then I will be looking at other specs to play. But I honestly don't want to play too many classes, to be honest. But of course, I'm not going to rush into that straight away. We've got plenty of time to figure those things out. And I'm probably going to do that in the second half of the season. So those are my plans and goals in-game. Demon Hunter to 3k, tank and heal all 20s, very doable. Push higher than I did in previous season. But then we move on to the content that you can expect from the YouTube channel. So we have the Affliction Warlock to, I'm going to say KSH. I think KSM is maybe a bit too easy for me now. The Affliction Warlock is going to be a very big challenge. However, I feel like it's going to be less stressful than those like really important roles like the healer and the tank, right? But it's a ranged DPS, and Affliction's not known to be those mythic plus monsters. Yeah, it's still going to be stressful. But I think with my skill set, my experience, my knowledge of the game, KSM's going to be too easy. Plus, I mean, KSH, you get more episodes out of it, right? I don't know when that's going to start. I'm not going to put a release date on that. Probably isn't going to be week 1. Unfortunately, I've been unable to test the dungeons as much as I would have liked because of my connection issues and stuff, but that will start pretty early into the season. Now, I do have another sort of uncut series that I've kind of been toying with, because we've got one where I tell a story and I cut it up into special little parts, but maybe you guys want to see more of the dungeon, and that way you get to see more of my mistakes, more of the good parts. Havoc Demon Hunter to 3k is something that I've been thinking about for a while. And I think because of the story side with the challenge series that I've got going on, in the uncut, you get to see absolutely everything. This is something that I can obviously start from the beginning, because week 1, I'll be making progress. I'll be getting score. And I was kind of thinking in terms of format, I would upload maybe a key of my choice. And at the beginning of the video, I'll maybe go over everything that I've had to sort of do and overcome during the week, where my score is and where I ended up. Maybe go over some of my gear or decision making. I really don't know. It really depends what happens that week. But it also gives you sort of like an update on my Demon Hunter, my character, my journey. So I'm going to try and do that as much as I can. You probably won't get an episode of that every week, because I mean, like, let's say 1 week, the only dungeon we're actually able to clear and get progress from is Throne of the Tides. Week 2, we might have a couple of people missing from the team. We might actually get a dungeon done, but let's say again, that's Throne of the Tides. And then, I don't know, week 3, same story. I can't give you guys 3 weeks of Throne of the Tides, so there might be a couple of weeks gaps, but again, at the beginning, I can update you guys. I can tell you like the story, basically. I can say we missed a couple of weeks because of this, or, you know, whatever it may be. You guys get the idea. So that's kind of like, I guess, another challenge series. It's a challenge, right? It's challenging getting to 3k. We've got the Affliction Warlock that we mentioned, but I do also have another super top secret challenge planned. And this one, well, it's a little different, because not only is it something that I don't play, it adds a little something else to it. And that's all I'm going to say. It's going to be, I'm very excited, but very, very nervous at the same time. Along with that, I am going to experiment with other content, which isn't going to be for everyone. Not everyone will agree on that style. Maybe you disagree on me making that sort of content, and that's absolutely fine. As a content creator, I need to constantly learn, adapt, and experiment with new things, because really the only type of content I'm known for at this point is the challenge series stuff, and that's great. That's going to continue because I absolutely love it, but I can't just limit myself to that. It's not enough. So there will be like the Havoc Demon Hunter thing that I mentioned, although it's still Mythic Plus. I mean, it's different. I'm experimenting. It's a different like uncut type. I am looking to make some guides, some tips and tricks, perhaps in the Mythic Plus scene, because that's my area. Quite a few of you guys have been asking me various bits and pieces, like how I got into the game, when I got into the game, when I started raiding. I have a lot of stories. There's a lot of drama, a lot to share, some ups, some downs, and I like telling a story, so maybe that sort of thing can happen as well. And then of course at some point we have to join the rest of the WoW creators and we have to start making those tier lists. That's right, Max, I'm coming for you. But lastly, I just want to up my game and be consistent. And consistent can mean two things. I mean, I'm very consistent with my weekly reset videos every Wednesday, but sometimes I go a few weeks, like I have done in the last few weeks, where that's really been the only thing I've been uploading. So I want to be consistent with other content, and I also want to be consistent with the quality. But yeah, not just for YouTube, I want to completely up my game for Twitch as well. And of course we have stuff like the intro and outro scenes that I don't really have. When I go live, I literally just go live and I'm there. You don't have to wait, I'm already there on camera, and we don't have an outro either. When I look to raid someone, there's no end scene or anything like that. I'm just awkwardly waving for like 30 seconds saying goodbye because they don't know how to end. But in terms of the content, you'll see on stream, we stream every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday as it stands. We might have additional days where I just don't have anything to do. You might see that for the first week or two. I'm not really sure. We'll see, because I won't have the Warlock stuff going on for a little bit until I'm comfortable with the dungeons, because I think this one's going to be a hard one. But every Tuesday, unless members aren't available and we just don't have the people, we will be grinding Mythic Plus with the team. Every Thursday we will have the community raid again. I might, in case of burnout, I might take a week or two off, I don't know. And then every Saturday we have this Saturday social where you guys can come and join me for some keystones. Sometimes we do time walk-ins. We will be starting this from week 1. We can run some keys together. However, don't expect to push any high keys. I'm probably going to limit the level. Obviously going to, I don't know, play with the team, play with some of the community before the Saturday comes over so I can get a feel for the dungeons and I can make my own judgment. But I'm probably going to use that maybe for the Paladin and maybe another ult or whatever to fill some of the vaults, get some more weekly reset content. But they're going to start off very, very slow. So just bear with me on that one. And if you're looking for anyone to run keys with, I highly recommend you join the Discord. We have both EU and NA sections. The Discord has been very active even through these last couple of months where WoW has been pretty poor. Now, that offer is open to absolutely everyone. It doesn't matter if you're just jumping into Mythic Plus for the first time, or maybe you've just started playing the game. The guys on Discord are absolutely amazing, very, very friendly and welcoming, and we do not tolerate toxicity. So if you are looking for other players to run keystones with, I cannot recommend the Discord enough. So that's everything I wanted to touch on today. Very, very excited. We finally got a release date. I've got a lot of prep to do, but we're going to smash it. Season 3 is going to be huge. Let me know in the comments what your plans and goals are for Season 3. Let me know what dungeons you're excited for, or maybe not excited. If you did enjoy today's video, a like would be much appreciated, but that's me done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.